I think Dark Souls or just Soulsborne in general is pretty cool. Oh.
Whoa.
What the fuck? It's got cool looking enemy designs, addicting gameplay, great music, and some of the sickest world building in the medium.
Thank you, Dark Souls Remastered.
Like, seriously, look at this shit. I don't really want to live in these dark, twisted, brutal worlds, but man, do these environments look great. And the games have variety while still feeling consistent to me. But this video ain't about that stuff. It's about how Dark Souls weirdly taught me how to study, which I'll get to after giving you some insight on how I first played the series. I was big on turn-based games as a kid, but over time I got more and more bored with them and wanted to try something more thrilling and in the moment. So I picked up Demon Souls and Dark Souls for the PS3 when I was in like the 7th grade. I heard how great these games were on the internet and wanted to finally give them a go. I was pretty impatient back then though, so I would keep quitting because of how much I sucked at the game, not bothering to try and get better. It was just death after death after death. But after a few months of not touching Dark Souls, I gave it another try, and it kinda just clicked. Sure, I was still frustrated as hell, but I enjoyed learning from my mistakes and trying again until I got better at it. That was what was so great about these games to me, and I continued on to play each and every one of them, loving pretty much all of them, except for the Demon Souls remake. I don't have a PS5 to play it, shit's still expensive here in Australia. I mean, look at this shit. One day though, something clicked in my head. It was around the time when I started university and had to actually study instead of goofing around with mates. But a question appeared before me. How the fuck do I study? I never really properly studied in high school, I just kinda winged it, ended up doing decent to good on my exams. But since university was structured so differently, I had to actually learn how to study or I'd do absolute shit in my classes. I asked my friends who were much smarter than me and they all said different things. Make notes as you do questions and readings, read up on your notes every day for every class, review material from class, and so on. But none of these worked for me. Maybe I was different, maybe I was dumb as hell, but none of these would work out for me. When I would try these methods, the information just wouldn't stick and I would forget it. That and also my habit of never really studying got in the way of getting in the groove of doing it consistently. But something ended up working out for me. It wasn't something I was told to do or something I found on the internet. Hell, I was too lazy to even search up study methods because I'd end up just getting drowsy. It was actually just something I found while taking classes at my university. Our university has practice quizzes and questions a week prior to the graded quiz or exam. It would select questions from a bank randomly, you would do them after studying the material from class, and that was how you would check if you were ready for the graded quiz or exam. For me, however, it was how I studied. I would do practice quizzes or practice questions without any material study or real note taking. I would do poorly or decent at them, and then learn from those mistakes and do better during the next attempt with different questions. Since each quiz was on a separate topic though, for example, all the questions on a quiz would be on variables and conditions and only that. I could just keep doing the practice one, getting different questions due to the big question bank. I would understand the context and theory behind the topic as I read and answered more questions, and re-attempted the practice quizzes over and over. This may sound weird as hell, or just inefficient, which is understandable because I haven't met any other person who's told me they study like this, but it seems like everybody just has their own way of studying, and Microsoft Word keeps crashing on me. Goddamn stupid program. Oh yeah, how does this connect to Dark Souls though? One day in 2021, I was revisiting Dark Souls 3 and something clicked. What clicked in my head that day was how similar the gameplay loop of this game was to how I studied. No, it wasn't constantly dying or falling for illusion ahead notes, but rather the repetitiveness and learning from my mistakes after not knowing anything. I told my friend this who was watching me play, and he found it interesting since he hadn't heard of anyone studying like that either. Let me compare the similarities between the two more clearly for you though. I would approach a new situation with caution since I didn't know what was in store for me. In the case of studying, it would be doing practice quizzes with no material studying. I would die or do very poorly in the situation. In the case of studying, it was getting barely any of the questions correct. I would then try again, this time with more knowledge of the situation, and end up doing better. In the case of studying, it was going in with more knowledge on the topic, which meant I understood the questions better. And then I would keep trying again until I was great at it. The same applies to my method of studying. That's pretty much it. Yeah, When comparing it to Dark Souls, it sounds kinda dumb, but it works for me. I've been doing much better with my studies. Whether or not it's a real known study method, I have no idea. I just do it. And yeah, I think I'm done here. Not much else to say except it's been a while. This was kind of a short video, but I have a few more in the works, as well as finally starting the recording process for the 61-page script I worked on last year. I also got a new mic, not the one I'm currently using. I'm still using the shitty Snowball, but I got an AT2020 and I'm just waiting for my audio interface now. Other than that, I've been busy with my music and other shit. Also, Elden Ring looks cool as hell. Yeah, laters.